Previously on CSI Moangi Expanse.
Oh, look who it is.
Hello there.
Yeah, it's me, Fardeen.
Who are you? I mean, you've just said your name is Fardeen?
Yeah, welcome to the carnival.
Well, my name's Mac. This is Jack. We're Mac and Jack's Justice Attack League.
Oh, yep. Can you tell it's Fardeen from the voice, can you?
Kind of.
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know who you are.
I don't know why I said kind of.
Oh, yeah, well, hopefully somebody will know who I am.
Listen here. We're looking for a monkey killer. We don't know much about him.
You have to pay admission to the festive carnival, please.
Well, we'll go in a moment, but I'm going to ask you some questions first. Listen,
am I under arrest, sir?
have you ever seen this arrow before? Hey, Jack. I mean, Mac. I stole the arrow from evidence.
You're one hell of a renegade.
Yeah.
I love you, goddammit.
Imagine the commissioner's face when he sees that arrow's gone.
Can't wait.
Looking very closely, I may know something, but you're going to have to do something for me.
What?
I want you to go punch that little kid in the face.
I can't go and punch a kid in the face.
Just punch a dog in the face.
A dog?
Yeah,
you want me to punch a dog?
Yeah, right there.
You're just as bad as any monkey killer. Grabs Fardeen. He's looking here, you. I'm looking for a monkey killer. You better tell me. Spitting all over his face. Oh, man, you gotta stop.
Jack.
What is it?
Calm down.
You better get them information.
All right.
Look, just tell us what we need to know about this. Who does it belong to?
Oh, those arrowheads, they're made specifically here at the carnival that I've forgotten the name of.
The sign is right there. It says the Umbra.
Oh, the Umbra Carnival. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you'll have to go to Fletcher Fliegenson.
Fliegerson.
Yeah, he's got those specific little markings on his arrowheads. People love them, they do. They say they go and glide through the air and kill as many things as they can. Like very small things with hair all over them and tails.
It looks like we're on the right quiver. Does that work?
You could have said track, and then we could have said Mac and Jack are on the track.
I wanted to do an arrow thing.
Oh, yeah, well...
That was my point.
That just made me quiver.
We did it.
Yeah.
I won't get food again.
Yeah, good.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
You thought about what you wish for?
Gargoyle opens his mouth to speak and then realises he hasn't got an answer.
If I were you, I'd watch them, because I guarantee they're watching you.
Philip is here vague.
Judy made eggs!
Ow!
Don't ask how.
They were on their way to another city in Nex.
But we need to stop it.
We do.
The city of Oenopion is that way. It is under siege from a great iron giant.
I guess it's time to kill a robot.
The adventure continues now.
We are rolling.
I'm concerned because you've told me one very definite thing since we've arrived here, Colin.
What's that?
That Kaplan has been a little bitey lately.
He's been a bit bitey lately, yeah.
He's been a bit bitey, and he has settled in his regular spot right next to my hand.
Yeah, he loves watching your hands go up and down.
He loves my hands.
Dan's quite animated, everyone. I know we've said that before, but it's good to remind the Dangerlings.
Well, it used to be that you would attack inanimate objects that couldn't fight back.
I miss being the one doing the violence.
Yeah. now you're being hunted. You are prey.
Howl turntables. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
This is the first time none of us have been ill, right? People have been ill for ages, haven't they? We've just been.
sick of the head, mate.
I pulled my neck the other day.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the first time I've pulled
That's more of
anything
an
in my body.
injury than an illness.
Yeah, well, you know.
I've got a bad back.
Well, that's the same thing as
Yeah,
me pulling my
exactly.
neck.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's the key question.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to hear about your neck, mate. Sorry.
My neck,
I didn't
drums
mean to-
back.
You were like 1 second before me.
It
1
is
second
quite
before
bad,
me,
though.
man. Like, yeah,
It
seriously.
is quite bad because obviously he's getting older. I'm sure a lot of our listeners will sympathise. You know, things
this-
like that get more and more like, yeah, whatever.
Well, this
So-
is the key question about the neck thing. Did you pull your neck doing something, or did you just wake up and it was like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't want it to be the latter.
It's a very personal question, Dan.
So I convinced myself I did it on New Year's Eve when I was doing a gig, but it could have been when I woke up on New Year's Day and I could have slept on it funny, but I don't know. I feel like I went because I did a back to back of Knives Out and Glass Onion over the New Year's period. So I went to sleep watching Benoit Blanc like quite early in the morning. So it could have been something to do with that. Maybe I was trying to solve a mystery in my sleep. I don't know.
The mystery of what the fuck happened to your neck.
Yeah. I don't know what happens to my neck. Compels me though.
Oh, very nice.
Beautiful. Drummond, you've got we cut you off so savagely last week, and I feel savage.
I mean,
you've got a nightmare knapsack level of things with you on your table.
Maybe we need a sting.
I've got some bits. I got some stuff. I wanted to recommend something in case they want to sponsor us or something. Neurotrue. Who's this? Have you heard of Neurotrue?
Oh, hold on. We need a sting for what's in front of drum.
Okay.
We're going to do this for the next 5 weeks.
Do you want to give a call to our sound guy and have a sting together?
Let's, I don't know, Ross, do you want to give a sting for what's in front of drum?
Bum 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 bum. What's inside front?
What's inside? Save that for Danger Club later.
After Drums tripped to Colin's toilet just now, there's not art left inside.
So what's inside drum this week? What have you got inside you?
Okay, what's inside me? Well, it's not my bum. So Neurotrue.
That's it.
Hey, Neurotrue. That's what we were talking about.
It sounds like a pyramid scheme.
It sounds like a pyramid scheme. It's actually the greatest headphones you've ever had. They do many types. They do over the head if you want them. I'm particularly partial to buds. I like earbuds, and these ones they attune themselves. You have to download an app. When you first put them in your ear, they attune themselves to your specific ear canal and your way of listening. And I've heard music that I've been listening to for years completely differently. It's amazing. It's absolutely fucking amazing. And I just wanted to give them a big up and suggest everyone in the world buys them. But also, and this is the key reason, right, is that I like to listen to music traveling, and when Holly calls me, like with every other pair of buds I've ever had, I go like, hello, press the button, hello, and she goes, hi, and I go, hey, how's it going? And she goes, I can't. I said, no, come on, I can. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Because I really don't want to take the buds out because I can barely hear her when I do the trains. But with the buds in, it sounds great. But she can't hear me. All she can hear is the train lady. And we're trying to have a conversation, about what kind of milk we're going to get. And the whole train knows about it, and it's frustrating. But with these.
Bring it home, Drummond.
That doesn't happen.
No one knows what you're talking about.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, everybody.
There you go.
That's what's inside drum this week.
Good headphones.
Neurotrues.
Yeah. That's right.
Dare I ask why the crop mop is on your desk?
The crop mop is on my desk in case I need a crop mop.
Yes.
I mean, I've used them a couple of times over Christmas.
I
keep them. What?
That same one?
No. They're individually wrapped. Don't you remember from when Manscaped used to? Anyway, so the crop mop, they're individually wrapped. So I've been holding on to them in case I need them, and I had a talc emergency, as in I had no talc.
That happens quite a lot.
What?
No, I mean over the world, like talc.
Talc emergencies?
Yeah,
Aren't they getting rid of talc?
Apparently no, aren't they? Yeah, there was some sort of No, honestly, there's a big
I've been propping it up for years on my own.
Rishi Sunak's getting rid of talc, education, the arts, and the
What?
NHS. Yeah.
Rishi Sunak?
Fuck you, Rishi Sunak.
I'm going to give him a wipe with my crop mop. He's not going to like that, I tell you.
We've said we don't do Prime Minister jokes on this show when we're recording.
That wasn't
in
a
advance.
joke.
We don't know if he'll still be Prime Minister by the time.
Oh yeah,
this
very
airs.
true. Actually, yeah. Sorry.
We were doing a show together a little while ago, Drum, and someone was asking for one of the girls was like, "Oh, does anyone have any makeup remover?" And Drum was just like, dun 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 dun, and like pulls the crop mop out of his bag. And he's like, "I have this."
Yeah. Individually
Use my
wrapped.
ball
For your
wipes.
eyes, for your eye scrotum.
But they're better.
It's open, but don't worry.
So much better than makeup wipes because they're individually wrapped.
Yeah. Do they
Do you know
flush?
what?
Can you flush
Do you know
them?
what? Actually, top tip.
I wouldn't flush. No, don't flush a crop mop.
Bad for the environment.
Man, no way.
Yeah, a top tip as well. Makeup wipes. They're not actually that great, but if you just get a little bit of one of those little cotton pads and just put a little bit of water on it and a little bit of baby oil.
Yes.
Everything off.
You've been
Much
squeezing
better than
oil from
wipes.
babies?
No, baby
My
oil.
God.
That's better than
Known about
makeup
that for
wipes.
years.
Yeah, but
That,
just in case anyone
olive oil,
hasn't,
coconut oil.
that was put onto me last year.
Would
and I
you
was
say
like-
that's better than crop mop?
I haven't tried the
We're not
individually
sponsored by
wrapped
them
crop
anymore,
mop.
so fuck it.
we're not sponsored by
Exactly,
Manscaped,
Manscaped. Give us some fucking money if you want us to say that the crop mop is better than
Fuck you. Fuck the crop mops.
That's it. I do.
Because we can still get sponsorship.
Oh, yeah,
from them.
yeah,
We
yeah.
don't want to get sponsorship from the Tories, but we do want to get sponsorship
To
from
be
crop.
fair, I do still use the manscaping thing.
Oh, so do I. I'm wearing the boxer shorts
section.
right now. So.
Are you really?
No, I mean they actually
see.
ruined my
you go.
my crotch area.
Nice, isn't it?
Because
Yeah.
I went full ball.
You did.
It's
You went
never,
all in.
It's never quite grown back the same, and I'm not forgiving them, so they can fuck off.
No, I'm cutting this. I'm cutting this.
Too effective at getting rid of hair.
Yeah, too effective. It was
Someone
way
from
too
Manscaped
effective.
might still be listening. You never know.
Well, if they are, then they'll have to win me over with more shit.
The ball deodorant I've stopped using for my balls, but when I ran out of normal deodorant, I started using it as normal deodorant.
Yep.
And do you know what? If it's sensitive and gentle enough to go on your bollocks, then it's good enough to go on your armpits.
Yeah,
and let me
absolutely.
tell you, it fucking worked.
Yep.
Yeah, you were fresh.
I can't think I've ever been like, well, I'd like my balls to smell a certain way, but I would like the rest of my body to smell a different way.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's all kind of, if it's all much of a muchness. So there you go, Dangerlings.
So use it all over your body, is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, ball deodorant your whole body.
Douse yourself in ball
Bathe
deodorant.
in it.
I'm gonna do that when I get home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's January, isn't it? We got to seek our own entertainment.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it's a lot to pass the time in
I
January.
mean, you could always play this Marvel. Top
No, we're
Trumps.
not doing.
No,
that's next
what's
week.
next
Drum
week,
it,
man?
Oh, really? I've got to
Stop ruining the bit.
8 minutes.
Sorry.
It's okay,
40.
it's okay.
I've ruined
He's
the
brought
bit.
so many props, Dangerlings.
I mean, that's almost it. I'm almost done.
He's got props.
Find
lounging
out
by
next
the-
And
week.
I don't even
What's
know really why I've
inside?
got.
That's what you get with Drummond. Like either he doesn't bring his dice or he brings his life.
Life or dice.
One or t'other. Well, I'm glad we all have our dice because we have got quite the situation going
Yeah,
on
right, yeah.
here.
Now, before we get into this, because
Yes.
I want to, obviously, for those of us who didn't see the Iron Giant thing, how big in our terms is this thing? We can actually put feet and meters or whatever denomination you want to put it. How big is this thing? Because it's pretty freaking massive.
See,
isn't
our
it?
terms like kind of
Well,
Galarian
like-
doesn't use the metric system.
Well, exactly, because it is just sort of like, how many feet is it or whatever,
Wasn't-
stuff like that. But how big is it? Is it as big as the shard?
I thought it was wasn't it Caragor fell 50 foot?
Yeah,
So-
that was from the midriff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that
It
was
must
from
be-
it's closer to 100 feet, I would say,
100 feet.
all the way to the top.
King Kong.
Saying stories.
That's about the size of King Kong, isn't it?
Yeah.
100 feet.
10 stories. So it's not kind of like, the shard is, I think, 1,000. Oh, no, the shard, I think, is 500. Off the top of my... Just because we used it as a measuring stick for how high Kaer Marga was. And I think it was 2 shards. But I'm not sure. I'm listening to the Danger Club from the beginning again, so I'm almost at that point.
I think the shard is like 102 or something like that.
102
it's-
feet?
something.
So we think-
feet. Sorry.
No, stories.
Yes. Yeah, you're correct. Sorry. I thought you were talking about floors, stories.
It is. It's roughly between 10 and 11 stories.
10 and 11
So
stories.
that's
it's pretty big, yeah.
pretty big.
That'll kill you.
Pretty
Yeah.
pretty
That's a big
big.
building.
I mean, it could crawl up the side of a building and smash it.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Heartily.
And bear in mind that kind of there aren't many buildings that tall in a kind of
No.
in a medieval setting. There are not many buildings that it is not taller than. So that's why you can see it from here. Now, before we dive into this, James, you were looking at learning some spells.
I was.
Weren't you? You were looking at copying a few spells because obviously you're a wizard. One of the fun things you can do as a wizard is if you find a scroll, you can copy it into your spell book, and so then you can just cast it forever.
Yeah, and actually, it's on me again. I know sort of jokes about not understanding the systems, things like that. But I always assumed that your spell book had a limit, or you had a limit to how many spells because you've got spell slots and things like that. But no, to explain in the previous episode, you can have as many spells as you want in your spell book, which is how I always thought a spell book should be.
Yeah.
Like a tome.
No, it has a limit, but the limit's like 100 spells. It's ridiculous. Like you're never going to hit the limit, and if you're counting that many, then get a life. No, it's fine. That's how you want to play it. But so you can copy spells into your spellbook if you want to. You get a few as you level up naturally, just through you're assumed to be studying magic all the time. And you just kind of discover spells as you go. But as you find spells, you can copy them from scrolls. You can copy them from other spell books. You can actually learn them from other spellcasters. So if you and another spellcaster, a willing spellcaster, spend time together, you can teach each other spells and copy them into each other's spell books. So you can there's lots of different ways of getting new magic into your book. So I'm wondering, did you want to try and copy a few down into your book ready for this? So you've got a few other bits before we have this fight.
Yes.
And obviously, you have all rested, and you all knew you were pursuing this metal monstrosity. So, those of you with spells, feel free to prepare whatever spells you think you might need for this.
Yes, and we did. You also kindly said, because I've had these scrolls for a long time. Yeah. So some of this come maybe retrospectively. But should we try and copy some spells into my spellbook?
Might I suggest for the spellcasters, variations on climb, featherfall, levitate, and fly might all be useful choices at the moment.
Already got fly. All right, here we go. So the first one is going to be Arcana because it's an illusion spell. So you've got to, if it's a divination spell, then you have to use the corresponding skill to go and copy it into your spell book. So it would be things like occultism for divinity, maybe, to copy it in, or
be for
you can't just use Arcana.
I believe they're arcane spells. They're all arcane tradition. Your spells, aren't they?
There's one that says it's locate. Is divination.
If it's a divination school, but it's still an arcane spell.
It's still an arcane spell?
Yeah.
That's
arcane
fine.
spell,
Okay.
They're all arcana. Yeah,
Okay.
It's basically a cleric would use divination, and a witch would use. Well, it depends what your tradition is. But yeah, you're an arcane caster, so you just use arcana for all of them. So you're spending some resources where you assume you bought loads of magical inks and things in Le Supermarché.
Yeah. And actually, I did say to you, like, it's quite expensive to copy across spells. I mean, yes, a level 10th spell is 7,000 gold pieces.
Yeah.
But that's a level 10 spell.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like, I want to crush the world into a...
Oh, yeah, there's
into
only about
my
a dozen
hand.
of them in the game.
yeah, exactly. Actually, I'd also forgotten, so for these, they're mostly third level spells, so 16 gold pieces for magical bits and pieces you're going to do. And I'd forgotten that Velda is substantially wealthier than I thought he was.
Oh, yeah, you made a fortune back in Kibwe, and you haven't really bought very much stuff.
No,
so,
I sort of had a quick check on my sheet. It was like, oh no, this is. Yeah.
Well, let's see how tooled up you're going to be before this. Let's have a bit of jeopardy on here. So
it says I'm going off this chart.
Okay.
So the typical DC is 20 for this spell.
20 sounds right. So there we go.
I have an Arcana skill of 18.
Okay, so it's two or more. We'll get these. 2 or more, you get them.
And it's an 18.
18. So that's a critical success.
Critical success. So I can copy an exciting spell.
Okay, what's the critical success condition? Have a look on the rules, because I think it means you spend half the money.
You spend half the materials and learn the spell. So I saved myself 8 gold pieces.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Let's roll through them. Keep a note if you've got somewhere to write down whether you've got them in.
That's a 14.
14.
I think that's also critical success.
That's also a crit.
Now, at that point, I was looking up where the spells were.
Okay, just tell us the spells you're copying in, because that's the exciting bit.
Okay, so I've got a spell. I now can cast Locate.
Locate sounds fun.
I can think about something, and as long as I've seen it recently, I can tell where it is.
Got that.
I've got Hypnotic Pattern.
I
cast a big ball, a cloud of like strange patterns and stuff like that.
Got it.
Hypnotic balls, like drums balls are, since he's shaking.
Like drum balls are, indeed. Yeah. Now, the other ones, there was a scroll of non-detection. But I couldn't seem to find that, so it might be a level 4 spell.
Non-detect. It could also be that it's not on your spell list. We'll look that one up later. Let's skip it for the moment. You've got anything else you want to add in?
No, because there's some of them I already took as
non-detection as well.
Cool.
So.
Leveling up spells.
Beautiful.
Because got Dimension Door. No, you've got Dimension Door.
Yeah, got that.
Already got that.
Whatever.
And Stabilize, which I think is a cantrip.
Have a little look. Check it's on your spell.
Yeah.
Check it's on the arcane spell list.
I've had that for a while.
That's
I know,
worth I think because it might be it's a divine one. Could be that there's an arcane version of it, but have a little look, and you'll be able to find out. So as you're in Judy's meat pockets being bounced around, you're in a pocket with Fulton. Both of you kind of jostling around together while you're there trying to copy things into your spell book.
Yeah.
Now I know what my pocket meat feels like. Huh?
It's true.
What the fuck are we gonna do? What's our plan?
That is a big thing, man. We're gonna bring that down.
How? It's got a fucking cannon on it.
Yeah, look at it. It's like boom going into that wall over there.
It's a great question, and getting in front of it now, that would be a potentially useless thing to do now. However, I do recall this Judy thing did say that she had sticky hands. Great big powerful legs.
Are we just gonna stealthy go in it?
I'm literally in the middle of talking, Fulton. You asking me questions and I'm giving you the answer.
I'm adding to your plan.
No, but you're not by not talking. Don't make me regret leaving them lot, okay? Now,
Take me back.
yeah. I'll join them. They get stuff done, actually. No. Anyway, so listen. If we can sneak over there, Judy can climb some of us up. She might not be able to climb all of us up because it'll be a hostile surface because it'll be moving. Hopefully they won't spot us. The rest of us that can't be carried in Judy's pouches or to make the load easier can fly, hover or float upwards. I do know a way in. It is the way I got out. It might be a one at a time kind of thing. Or those of you got Dimension Door, if that's a word that you just use, maybe you can just phase through it into the place that I knew on the other side. Either way, you might need eyes inside. So some of us sneak in once we've climbed up the top of the leg, and then we'll be close to the engine room. That's the only plan I have. I am open to others.
Now look,
Dimension Door.
Do we need to take the thing down, or just sort of immobilize it, or something like that? Because I mean, I'm as game as the next wizard to try and take this down. But I mean, look at it.
We can't take it down from the outside. But what Caragor is saying is, we get into the inside, and then we should be able to take it down.
True,
so we can kill other people.
But I assume there's a host of. I mean, look at it. It's massive. It must be filled with beasts and minions and things.
Just an owlbear, apparently.
No, it's just
not
them.
dead. That's dead.
Yeah, I know. They're somehow piloting this entire thing with just them. I was in there for days.
Well, that's extraordinary.
I didn't see anybody else. They didn't talk about anybody. That's true, isn't it, Dan? They didn't say anything about anything else.
You didn't see anybody else while you were in there, no.
No, I didn't hear them talking about anything else either.
Make a perception check.
Oh, so there is. It's a dungeon. It just somehow I was in there for a week and I didn't come across any of it. Perception would be 8. Fuck, where is it? Oh yeah, it's over here, isn't it? 22.
22. Okay. You occasionally saw the leecher with other undead creatures that he seemed to be saying, but a general sense of, from the bickering and from seeing them, they seemed tired and they seemed like there were too few of them trying to man loads of different things. So you get the feeling that they are stretched trying to control this thing.
Okay, so they're running on a skeleton crew. No pun intended. That forgettable rat thing might have grown another zombie thing back by now.
Regrettable rat?
Forgettable rat thing.
Oh, I mean, you didn't mention any forgettable rat.
No, I know. That's hence why I said forgettable.
Oh.
But yeah.
Wait, was it an undead sort of... What was it? What was it doing?
It seemed to be in control of the zombie owl bear that I pushed down a furnace.
What did it look like?
Oh, so forgettable. I don't know. Well, first, it definitely had a long, sort of like drawling accent, and then it weirdly just all of a sudden changed it to a sort of mangy, weird, different accent.
Sort of like Bob Hoskins, circa 1985.
I don't know what Bob
Hoskins?
Oh, let me tell you about Bob Hoskins. Unfortunately, I think we've got time. Yes.
Probably that one. Why?
It might be. Well, that sounds like the thing I had a debate about bats and birds with.
When did you have a debate with this thing about bats and birds?
I told you all about my debate with bats and birds.
Debate.
You're not paying attention. Yes, the master. Yeah,
that was recently.
Yes,
when you killed all the bats.
No,
genocide.
Amazing, Velda. Did you use that opportunity to kill that rat thing?
Well, it was all very quick, and I didn't know who it was.
Because you would have taken down one of them, the evil team, by that. That would have been amazing.
Yay!
I mean, literally,
killed one of them.
it literally looked as confused as I was. I've got to be honest. I was there for literally seconds, and I had to justify birds. And you know how the last time they had unintended consequences, lots of things died because because of a random arbitrary decision that I apparently didn't make.
Yeah.
Well, the same thing happened again.
Oh, wow.
I seem to be causing great harm to the animal kingdom. I try not to do anything, and then I get plucked from meat pockets and from off the back of a dinosaur or whatever. And it's just very tiresome.
Did you see what happened to that rat thing?
Well, I think it just got taken off as well.
So it survived.
We were on a windy plateau.
Oh shit! That means we are fighting.
It means we are fighting a rat as well.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely didn't kill him. I mean, I was there for seconds.
No,
I said, they've got feathers and birds and nice.
I can cast haste on Judy, so she acts a bit faster, and then we climb up. And those of you that are going in through the windows or whatever, the doors or whatever, you can do that. And then those of us that got a dimension door, we can meet you in there.
Yeah.
No, I think we should absolutely
I
stick
could
together.
become like a T-Rex.
Yeah, we're
and
going
just
together,
fight
but
with the big.
No,
that'll be fun.
That's a wonderful suggestion.
It's 100. It's 100.
I could also
foot.
fly. I could be a flying dinosaur.
It's a 100-foot automaton.
You can see it. It is fighting a city.
Yeah, I know. I just
one
thought
single
it'd be cool.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
A T-Rex is
I
like
could
about.
be a flying dinosaur.
I don't
Until
think
you
you're
get
big.
killed.
I don't think you'll be big enough for that thing. I know what you're trying. Yeah, it sounds great.
I just like the idea of a flying dinosaur.
I mean, I also have like rusting grasp. I could like fly over as a dinosaur, and then I won't be able to grab it because I got shit arms. Okay.
I've got no idea which dinosaur you're talking about, but also how much space does the rusting spell take, or damage, or whatever? You don't know. Check that.
I do know that.
Okay, go on.
68. No, 8d6. Sorry, that's not in character. 8d6.
Is that like hit points?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
So you.
Yeah, I mean, it has to make a save.
So you'd probably be able to rust a medium-sized golem creature. This is 100 times the size of that. Anyway,
So we sneak in. Those of us that can get into her meat pockets, i.e., me, will go up the leg into the
You mean metal
exhaust
pockets?
port. Yeah,
Metal pockets.
into the exhaust port, and then the rest of you fly in. Actually, me and Canaga will go in the meat pockets.
do you, for
metal
the
pockets.
people who have Dimension Door, Bubba, do you need to be able to see where you're going with that?
We need to be 120 feet away. But what I think
Wait,
is we should.
that wasn't answering my question. Do you
Oh,
need to
sorry.
be able to see the end? Like, when you Dimension Door, can you Dimension Door to a place you do not know?
is it like
no,
that
we
film
do
Jumper?
need to be able to see where we're
Right.
going. Yes,
so
that's
that
not
rules
gonna
out
work.
Dimension Door getting in there. So that means you might have to sneak in like
point.
me and Fulton, unless you've got any other spells.
Okay, so I mean, who can fly?
Yes.
Yes,
I
and
have
also
fly.
me.
I can give it to someone else.
So
Can't
we
give it
can.
to
So
me.
there's 3 of us that can fly, and then 2 in the meat pockets.
No, and Philippe and
Yeah.
Well, Philippe
Jam
can also
Jam.
go in the meat pockets.
I do think we should stick together, and I know that we've got to have it sometimes not sticking together, but I mean, we're going up
There's no
against
talk of
something.
splitting up thus far. In the
Well,
conversation.
there was
we're not.
some talk of sort of,
No,
dimension
just-
dooring in there, and then we'll see you in there.
no, wasn't saying that.
different
We're
ways
all
of
saying-
getting
No,
in.
no,
that's all.
Fulton was saying that. He said
No, we
probably
weren't. We were
Fulton.
saying
No,
we
no,
all
Fulton
go-
was literally saying
No,
that.
we
Yeah.
weren't.
No.
Yes,
What
you
we were
were.
saying
Yes,
is-
you were.
I said dimension door into the same place.
So
Yeah,
as we're all
I
going
know,
to
and
the
we'll
same
see you in
place.
there. No, we should absolutely stick together. I just want to
We were
say,
going to the same place. I know what you're saying, Velda, but you're getting confused, mate.
I'm going to say you're all getting upset by this, but honestly, it's because I care about you guys.
Thank you, Velda. We
And,
love you
and
too.
this could literally, we could get squished real quick.
Okay, great. So,
Real quick.
So whilst we inside of Judy are climbing up there, the potential other flyers. Do you have any other spell of getting inside, or will you having to be using the same
I've
chute?
got this spider climb as well.
Invisibility, you got that?
I've got invisibility. I've got invisibility sphere.
Invisibility sphere would be very useful.
So we
and
can all go
magnetic acceleration
I
as
think-
well.
Okay, so the process, what I'm basically getting to is that when we all get up there, either inside of Judy or flying about or whatever, is we all have to wait one by fucking one whilst we get inside the same thing that I came out of. It's basically where I'm getting to. Do you have any other spells of transversing inside a metal object that could negate that travel? Because we're going to have to wait one by one whilst
I
we're
can
crawling.
heat metal. I've got a heat metal spell. I don't know if
Not
that's
gonna
helpful.
work.
it's
No,
not very much.
I do not. And I don't know of any spell that
I haven't
Alright.
really got much.
So basically, how long's the flight? How long's
5 minutes.
So basically, you should probably go in first, flying in one by one.
How long does the invisibility sphere last for?
It's 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Just actually out of character. Is everyone in Judy's meat pockets?
Yeah, you can all fit in there for her to run. Yeah,
I love the fact we're all sitting in and
I mean, could she,
having this conversation.
Judy, can you climb with all of us in here?
Oh, you'd be quite heavy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm
we'll
saying.
be quite
That's what I'm
heavy,
saying.
yes,
So we're keeping the amount of people inside of Judy to a bare minimum so that the rest of them
I think someone should stay in there who can cast invisibility sphere. I think Bubba, even though he can fly, but he can cast it on somebody else.
I can't fly.
Because
I can't fly.
you haven't got cut.
I can cast it on someone else. Can't cast it on me.
Oh, so yes, so you can cast it on someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go in Judy and then make her invisible with whoever needs to be in Judy, because she's quite.
For all of us, really, to me.
No,
we're going to be quite heavy apparently.
Oh, I see. Sorry, yeah,
the
my
amount of
mistake.
weight that's inside Judy. So, if we enter the city, I presume we're walking that way. Long before we reach that leg thing, and I believe it's Caragos is on the right side, whichever side he came out. Yeah. 10 minutes before that, we hit invisibility sphere whilst we're inside of Judy. The rest of you fly. Thing is, you're going to have to fly inside the invisibility sphere with us, so either side of Judy close. How big is the invisibility sphere?
Let me just check.
20 feet, I believe, but yes, have a check.
Which would be just enough to, if you're careful, you two flying on either side of Judy, perhaps.
Oh, no, sorry, it's a 10 foot.
Then that's more complex. How big is Judy?
Judy is a large creature. So Judy's
I could use the spider climb instead of the fly, maybe?
That still wouldn't... The problem is that you're still outside the invisibility sphere.
Wait. So Judy could run up. We could jump out of Judy and then cast invisibility sphere.
Why do we jump out of Judy?
Well, because we need to climb up of the actual thing,
sure.
don't we? Do you know what I mean?
But then we're visible. Judy's visible because she's large. She's visible. I know it's unlikely their attention is going to be held elsewhere, but on the off chance that one of them is looking down, Judy's going to be quite visible climbing up the legs. And the city's probably got some kind of defense where they've got people climbing up legs or something like that. They might be looking down. But if Judy's not invisible, she might get spotted.
But what if we change the plan that she just drops us off and runs away so she's safe, and then we all just climb up?
But then that means we all individually have to climb up ourselves.
True, yeah. We ain't got any grappling hooks or anything, have we?
Throwing them that high would be just a difficult thing. We probably need Judy to get us at least part way up.
Yeah, fair play. I'm only spitballing, just seeing the old options.
Also, it's absolutely true. And also, we can't at all govern that it's going to stand still.
No, it probably won't.
It's going to be moving.
It's going to be moving around, which is going to make it
be shooting things. So currently, we have us inside of Judy under an invisibility sphere for roughly... It probably won't matter for the last couple of minutes because we'll be out of sight by then because we'll be underneath its girders, whatever. But for the first few minutes, certainly, the flyers, the spellcasters, Velda and Shania, you're going to have to find another way to be discreet, but you are going to have to be roughly around the same time as us. You need to be discreet so you don't get shot at, but also keep an eye on us to know where we are. You won't be able to because we're invisible.
How big's the hole as well? Inside,
I'm certain that it was enough for one person to get out. Is that
like
right?
A crawl hole.
Yes.
Even for a large creature like Judy.
Judy can't come in,
so we'd have to get out of our pockets up there.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's a queuing process when we get up there, unless we go up there a bit at a time. The flyers go up first, and then the invisible Judy comes with the rest of us.
Well, I could maybe use the web of eyes, so I can put eyes on all of you, so they can all see what each other sees. Is that helpful?
That might be useful for you, knowing where we are if we're invisible.
Yeah. Does that help?
Yeah, as long as you're not burning a spell slot, I can say that.
Also, Fly, you can't go very fast. You can only go your own speed.
Yeah, so well, it's slowing down now because it's blowing up loads of fucking buildings.
Fair play.
And we don't know what's at the foot of it. If there's like guards around its foot, just...
I didn't see any guards when I came out. On its feet. Feet guards?
No. No, not feet guards, but like around
the protection of this massive monolithic structure that's literally capable of blowing through buildings. Here, stand on its toes.
Yeah, foot guards.
Oh, Larry, what do we do about those guys climbing up the arm? Not our problem, but guards, aren't we?
Is there any way that we can have someone that's flying around invisible with a long rope and try and trap round the legs, like I saw it in an old play once?
That rope, the tensile strength of that rope would have to be absolutely phenomenal, and it would have to be attached to things like pylons under the ground to trip it up successfully.
Yeah, have you got any?
No. No.
I don't know.
I've been captured for... Haven't you got some useful stuff, you lot?
No, I left my rope back in somewhere else.
You haven't even got any rope to do it.
Well, I'm just wondering if someone else has. Do you know what I mean? We might have some
I mean, I do
titanium.
have rope. It's just, but I mean, it's like string.
Save the rope for when we're in there for tying up some bad people. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Got it.
Flyers, have you got any way of getting inside discreetly and unannounced?
Just by trying to be discreet.
Well,
That's pretty much it.
I can cast it on Fulton. He can fly as well.
No, now we're just confusing things.
Yeah, it's all right. It just means one less person to climb through the pipe.
Okay, sure, fine. If everyone's happy with that, I trust you to do that thing and to know
He
it.
is heavy as well.
But what?
I'm just saying he's heavy.
No, I suppose it's
Fulton.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I know. I agree
heavy
with you.
guy.
But probably because, well, you know,
Pointing at him like he's not there. It's just standing there, commenting on his weight.
he's a heavy guy.
I mean, look at him. He's heavy.
yeah, fair
Really
enough.
heavy.
Yeah, but
He's not my brother.
don't mention his brother. Don't mention his brother. Okay, all right. Are we ready to initiate?
Yeah, I'm going to do. By the way, I'm going to put on each of you and Judy a scrying eye. We can all see the same things at once. Okay.
So
All we need. Sorry, just the last thing for
Okay,
this
go for
spellcasters. All you two need is to make sure you're not seen, be discreet, and follow. If you can't follow us, Velda follow Shania.
And if the plan fails, all for one and one for all.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
What I would really love is some kind of contact with whoever's organising the city's defence, because if we could correlate between us, our actions plus whatever the city's doing, that would be very useful. But it appears they're direct. They're
Excuse
too
me,
direct.
random person walking away from the city.
we don't.
Calm down, will ya? It's like you've never seen a robot, automaton man.
I can send a message.
Don't worry. Where's the city guards?
I don't know. It's scattered. It's all lost. Everyone's gonna die.
Calm down. I slap them.
He's just like falls on the floor. Okay.
Well, that wasn't that hard.
The looting has begun.
You're heavy.
They're pillaging. It's so heavy. Such a heavy slap.
All right, well,
Get out of your system, did you?
who's the king's guard?
Did you abusing a civilian there?
No, I was just trying to find out who the guards are.
Yeah, with your heavy-handed approach.
Let's storm the... Hey, what's your name?
No, too late for that. Not doing
Storm
anyone
the robot!
That's not the thing. No one wants
Storm
to.
the
They're
robot.
trying and they can't. We need to do it. Come on,
All
get
right, let's
inside
go.
Judy.
Now, listen, my message goes 500 feet
Right.
these days. So, do I need to know the person, Dan, to message them? Or
Yes, as we've done before. Yeah, we've done it before where you've tried to just name people and
It's
you,
just like
you get
anyone,
the wrong
yeah,
number.
yeah, right.
Yeah, you need to know who you're messaging. You can't just specify.
I want to get John, who's in the guards.
Like you
can't
could just
do
start
that,
trying to reach out and message random Johns, but
yeah.
Do you imagine how irritating that'd be? That'd be like being cold called in your own head. Hello, is that so and so? It's like no, off.
Try that bit dinner.
We had a whole
Yeah.
episode of that in Absalom, I
We
seem to
did,
remember, where
yeah.
you kept messaging random strangers, trying to contact them. So to give you an idea, you're all kind of crouched around like a couple of wrecked golems right outside the city gates now. There's lots of people coming out. Looking inside, it looks like chaos in there. There's people panicking and pushing past each other trying to get out. Some people have tried to load up wagons. They're just clogging up the street, making it even harder for everyone else to get out. On top of that, the Worldbreaker is occasionally spinning around, appears to be just firing randomly into the city. So there are explosions just going off in different parts of the city. So you're pretty sure once you cross through this gate into here, it's going to be game on. So whatever prep you want to do in terms of long-lasting spells, now is the time to do it.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm casting Web of Eyes on everyone so we can all see what each other sees. The way that you see it, as I understand it, is you get an outline of what someone else is seeing, sort of in your sort of line of vision, sort of over the top of what you're actually seeing,
Okay, cool.
Nice.
I think that's
like kind of augmented reality.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So you go like, can everyone see that guy there? You know, like, watch out, he's just round this corner, and everyone can go like, oh yeah, right, shit. You know,
okay.
And you know, yeah. I think that's how it works.
I'm skimming it at the moment. That does appear to be how it works. Yeah. So you can. It takes one action to do it. So it basically takes one action to concentrate, and then you will just kind of see outlines of what every other person sees in a different colour. It works on 5 targets, and there are 5 of you. So poor Judy.
Judy. Wait. 5 targets, not including me.
Not
Judy.
You can put it on you as well if you want to, but
no. John just said not including you, but Dan said Judy.
No, I said Judy's probably going to. I'm assuming you're putting it on the 5 of you. But if you want to put it on Philippe or Judy,
put it on myself as well.
You do, yeah.
Okay. So
if you want to do it. Okay, cool.
5 of us. I think that's the easiest thing to do.
Describe physically what it looks like when you place eyes on everybody.
I meditate for a few seconds. My eyes go white because they're usually red, and then I put a finger to your head, like, you know, just between the eyes, in the forehead, where the third eye would be, and I go boop like that, and I give you a little boop, and then a meaty eye appears between your other eyes.
Oh, you each get a meaty eye in your forehead.
Yeah.
And for a moment,
it's made out of your own meat, but it can see.
For a moment, you can all see what each other can see, kind of layered over, and each in kind of a slightly different hue and color. So you can kind of tell who each other, what each of you are seeing.
My hue is like purpley.
I think getting a vision through Philippe's eyes, I'm like, we look like food.
Philippe's not got one.
Yeah, thank goodness you don't have Philippe. You can't see Philippe looking at his recipe book for when you all get turned into jam.
He's coming with us though, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Great. Oh yeah.
Immediate problem. Thanks for the eye. Immediate problem is getting across that ground, which is full of swarming civilians and debris, to the legs of the Worldbreaker. Are we going to have to fly over the heads of these people already? Can we estimate, like, how far it is? Can we get in 10 minutes of flying speed? Can Judy fly whilst invisible over the heads of those people?
10 minutes is 5.
10 minutes is 5?
No, fly is 5.
Okay. Fly is 5
minutes.
Fly is 5 minutes, but the invisibility
Judy probably could. Judy can't do it while carrying all of you, though. The carry weight would be too much for her to... she wouldn't be able to take off with all of you in her pockets.
I squint my beady eye and see how difficult it is going to be to get Judy and us through that crowd of people.
Going directly through the crowd is going to be difficult. If you give me a perception check, you might be able to spot a better way through it.
23.
23. It looks like most people are sticking to the main street trying to get out. You reckon there might be side streets that you could get down, and you can see a couple of side streets off to the side that don't seem to have people coming out of them. If you could pick your way through those, you might better make better time than trying to push your way through everybody. Or you could just try and either shove them out of the way or rely on your natural authority to try and command people out of the way.
No and no. Okay, so Caragor's like squinting and like seeing like little diagrams and things flashing above his head. Okay, so we've got to hit the side streets, which means we all need to stay together until we get close to the Worldbreaker. Is everyone good with that? We should probably hold off on casting any more invisibility and fly spells until we do that.
Absolutely.
Oh yes, no, I'm going to cast it last minute.
All right, then let's go to the side streets.
Let's do it!
Unless anyone's got any last minute buffs. Or like, strength enhancing things.
It's funny you should mention that. And Vel sort of like clenches his fist and shimmering armor just goes everyone's like, mage armor. There we are, good. Unfortunately I can't. I know.
You did it for yourself.
I had to. I can't do it for other people.
That's what you're going to say.
Because then you'll be in layman's terms, you'll be using your unarmed sort of armor as your value. So you'd have to do that. So actually, if you're wearing any sort of armor at all, it would actually be a negative thing.
Great.
Yes.
Philippe, come over here. And she like puts her hand on his chest and goes like, boom. and I've used Protect Companion on him, which I extend my aura, and the magical shield protects my friend, and he gains +1 circumstance bonus to AC, and yeah.
I've got that necklace of my 5 kings as well. Can't remember what any of them do.
It's a
though.
belt.
The belt. I can't remember.
Why are you wearing it around your neck? Because you know when you tighten it, and we all get the
Flavor Flav.
I look like a mayor.
do you want to look up what that does again?
It's very
Because
fetching,
it's actually
to be
quite
honest.
useful for the group.
I'm sure it's not.
Yes, it is, because you tightened up by one belt and then it did something. Didn't it?
Yeah, I forgot what it does though. So
Well, listen,
I'm so glad I risked my life to find that belt just for you, going into a creepy broken temple.
I can't.
Shania was too scared. She didn't go in. I went in because I'm like metal, man.
It did something. A notch a day keeps the doctor away.
Right. Well, I'll have a look into that at another time.
Is that Dr. Legs you're trying to keep away?
I'll look up what it did. What was it called, Dan?
It's called the Belt of the 5 Kings.
That's it. I'll look it up.
I'm going to inspire courage, as Bubba is going to inspire courage as well. You get +1 to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fears. So it's, it might help if we get seen or something. Do you know what I mean?
You all get the feeling saves against fear is quite nice to have right now as you look at this giant blasting the city apart that you are intending on riding towards. All right, any more before you cross this threshold?
I've not got more
Yeah,
bloody...
it's pretty rubbish, this belt, actually.
One just throws the... All right, Danger Club. So you all clamber back into Judy's pockets. Philippe climbs up onto her head and just grips onto her fleshy folds, and then points forwards into the city. Judy rears up onto her hind hands. Judy! For Frodo! Here with my cousin. And just rides. Judy gallops in through the city gate.
Frodo Clench. God, that's the porn parody no one wanted.
Oh, Judy immediately hangs a right, following your directions into the city, and starts making its way through the city. I need a society check from somebody to try and navigate these back streets.
Ooh, well.
Somebody who knows the layout of cities, who'll be able to navigate through the back streets and try and find a way to pick through.
It's made by spellcasters, and I am a spellcaster, so yes, I should be able to pick my way through it. And no, it's a natural 1.
Okie dokie.
I think we should go up this wall here.
That's a natural 2.
Okay.
Oh, brilliant.
What do we need? What roll?
But it's all right. The roll has been done. Velda stands at the front, giving directions.
15 would have
15
been
total,
the
but-
thing. 'Cause
okay.
it's actually quite good at society. But
Very good.
Yeah.
Velda gives some directions, and you just only see what you would have rolled.
28.
It would have been a 28. Okay.
28. Well, there we go.
Velda, Judy's about to hang a left down one side street. Velda points down a different street and directs down that one. Judy, thank God you're here, Velda, to direct us. Judy turns and runs down that street. There is an enormous explosion from above you as the Worldbreaker fires on one of the nearby buildings. You have chosen poorly in your choice of street. Ooh. The explosion blasts sideways, and Judy is thrown through the air by the force of it. All of you are sent sailing out from it. I need fortitude saves from everybody, please.
Oh, God. That's pretty good. That's not too bad, actually. That's a 26 for Velda.
26 for Velda. Okay.
31 for Shania.
28.
33 for Bubba.
13.
Oh no.
Dear.
Still recovering, guys.
Yeah.
Still recovering.
Philippe got 23.
23.
And
Okay.
Jam is dead.
Jam got a natural 20.
Thank God.
Wow.
36.
So
Is
good.
Jam useful in combat at all? He is going to find a way to be useful in combat.
Yeah. He has got stats.
He trained as like several different classes a while ago, didn't he? He was a monk for a while. He was a barbarian.
He's taken too many dips, though. He's like his stats are just spread out so much. He's got loads of cantrips.
Then we will use him as his proper intended purpose as a meat shield.
All right. So the DC of that save was 25.
Okay.
So anyone with a 15 or lower, that is a crit fail. Did anyone get 30? No one got 35, did you? No. Shania got the best. You got 30.
Jam did.
Oh, Jam.
I got 33s.
Yeah. Okay, Jam crit saves and takes no damage.
He lands like superhero pose.
So, anybody who got over 25, you take 19 points of damage.
Jesus Christ!
To land. Anybody who got under 25 but over 15, you take 38 points of damage.
Sorry, hold on. What was the first one?
First
19.
one, 19.
19.
Jeez.
Okay.
So 19, yeah.
19, yeah.
Cool.
That's if you made a successful save. You got
Cool.
Over 25. Anyone who crit failed, so anyone who got under 15.
That's
Scott.
Caragor, is it?
I think.
Sorry.
I'm listening. I'm just getting a pencil.
Good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You will
Are you
need.
sure you wouldn't rather an individually wrapped ball wipe?
I do have them on offer.
You'll need that.
Yes.
Caragor, you take 70 points of damage.
70 points of damage?
Cool. I hope you want to fight this by yourselves, guys.
You are caught
God.
in the explosion goes off right next to where Caragor is. Some of you hurl yourselves out of Judy's pockets. Judy is caught in it and just thrown against the wall and crashes. Caragor takes the brunt of it. Are you still up?
It's all right, Colin. Don't worry too much about the pencil. I can remember the fact that I now have 30 hit points.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
This one's a pen, but it does rub out. You don't
trust
like
those.
do you?
They never
You
really
don't trust
work.
those things.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so I guess Caragor is fucking yeeted and smashes into a wall and like skids across the gravel and like slices open some of his flesh and he smashes his head and a bit of rubble crashes down to his bruised ribs.
Bits of rubble just rain down as you all just pick yourself up out of the mess.
On second thoughts, I'm not sure this is the best way to go.
So do we need some healing now?
I mean, I'm all right. Caragor looked like he really
I'm
took
all right.
a proper Caragor, you're right.
Shania run straight over to where Caragor is.
Caragor's just spitting out blood and brick and teeth.
You immediately uses some healing.
Okay, what healing are you going to use?
I'm going to use my magical healing, one of my spells.
Going for a heal spell? Okay.
Does that go on more than one person, Shania, or is it just one person?
Well, we should. I mean,
I
I say we should be cautious and save healing, but I mean, you know.
Well, yeah, I know, but
I think Caragor looks like
probably best to go into battle, you know, fully. You know what I mean?
Caragor's in a bad way, yes.
What?
We haven't got the metal thing.
What level is?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we go in there with like,
I've got it in at level 3.
Got it in a level 3. So let me tell you what the healing will do. If you cast the 3-action version of it, then it will heal. It will heal 3d8 hit points to everybody. If you cast the 2-action version of it, it will heal 3d8 plus 24 hit points, but only to Caragor.
I'm going to do that one.
The
just
focused
to Caragor,
one?
the focused one to Caragor. It's 3d8 plus 24, is that right?
3d8 plus 24.
All right, so that is 17 plus 24.
Good
whatever
amount
that is.
of hit point. Okay, you pour. You're casting
about 40 something.
As you see Caragor slide across the ground, you're casting before you come back up to your like through the roll. You're firing off a healing spell. It hits Caragor and most of the wounds close
41,
up. The rest of you just kind of pick yourself up out of the dirt. Judy picks herself up. She's burned and she's got bleeding from the head, but she seems to kind of staggers back to her feet.
Oh, Judy got a boo-boo.
Judy, are you all right?
Judy's head hurts.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Judy.
We chose the bad way.
Yes, I think we should go your way.
Okay.
Damn you, whoever that was.
Right, let's go.
Get back in the pockets.
I mean, we know who it was. It was the fucking monster we're about to go fight. So let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go get it.
Judy turns and takes the other route this time, and you pick your way through. Another explosion goes off, but not immediately above you, a little further away this time as you pick the correct route. And soon you come back out onto the main street, but beyond most of the crowds. You're now further into the city, and ahead of you, you can see where the Worldbreaker is standing. There is a vast suspension bridge up ahead, which appears to go out across a great pit that stretches like 100 or so feet across. It's this enormous pit with this suspension bridge going across it, and in the very center of the pit there is a rising pillar of stone on which there is a huge palace. The Worldbreaker is standing on the bridge and is now firing a shot into the palace. You can see there are a number of you can see there are a few wizards who seem, you're guessing they're wizards, they're flying, who seem to be flying around it, and the Worldbreaker just brings a huge hand round and just hits one of them, and you just see like a red mist just go out where the hand connects with it. It looks like you can see beyond in the palace, you can see arrows kind of flying out and just tinging against it, but there aren't a great deal of them, and there are a lot of fires in this in the palace. As a blast goes off from the cannon, you see it hit kind of a magical shield around the palace, which shimmers for a moment and just about holds. Velda, with your arcane knowledge, you can tell that this is. You've been here. You've had your personal shields up when they've failed before, and this shield is not holding for much longer. Yeah. The defenses of this place are failing. Danger Club, what's the plan?
What is that bridge made of?
Yeah. How big is it?
It is big. Like, it's big enough for the Worldbreaker to be standing on. It is. It's like sort of multiple lanes wide. It's this huge, great thing. It is made of metal and iron, and it has a pair of huge pillars with rope, with steel cables down, kind of holding it up.
Can we get in contact with one of those wizards that's flying around?
Well, there's only one left now. The other one's a bit dusty.
If we can destroy this bridge, we'll send it into the pit.
Aye, if we can destroy the bridge, we can collapse the Worldbreaker down into the pit. That takes away the immediate problem, but we still got to go inside it to finish the job.
Yeah, and also this bridge is strong enough to hold the Worldbreaker on, so it's incredibly strong.
There is also that. Unless you had any immediate ideas of how to collapse the bridge, then I'd jump on that idea. But unfortunately, I think we're going to have to.
Maybe the wizards know.
You can try asking one.
I think they'd have probably done it.
Yeah, maybe.
And also, I wouldn't think of any spell.
I mean, we could
have
try
to be an item that would be strong enough.
We could try and what Caragor was saying, try and get in touch with one of them, and then we can all work together.
You can do that, but we have to move now, so you can do that whilst on the move.
Yeah, let's do it whilst moving.
As we're moving. Yeah, I'll message the wizard.
Okay, you message the wizard.
Hello.
What? Who's messaging me?
It's my name is Bubba. I'm part of a club called the Danger Club, and we are coming to destroy this Worldbreaker. Have you tried to destroy that bridge?
Of course we've tried to. You see the hand swipes over it. You see the wizard suddenly go and just fly out the way as the thing.
Is he dead or is he?
He's just missed it. It's like,
it.
Get out of my head, for God's sake!
Get out of the way of the range of it. Look, we're coming.
I'm trying to fly.
We're coming to attack the Worldbreaker as well. We can, we can work together.
Do what you can. Do what you can. And it just swipes again. And you see him just get out of the way of this thing.
Yeah, that's not going to work, man.
Yes, I should. Yeah, leave him be.
Why did they build bridges out of such big, hard materials? Not like a dwarven bridge.
What, an easily collapsible, not weatherable dwarven bridge?
Aye. They don't make them like they used to, boy.
This fine dwarven bridge. Boom.
Yeah. They're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Wizards don't really want to work with us, do they?
Not wizards. Literally seconds from death. No, like look at him. Look
Do you know who does want?
No, but he could have taken the time just to.
Do you know who does want to work with us? Necromancers.
Yeah, necromancers.
Necromancers, I think you mean.
Necromancers.
Yes. Come on, Danger Club. Let's go up that fucking leg.
You're just standing on this bridge watching this guy fight for his life and like, rude?
Yeah. Well, don't work with this then.
He didn't need to be like that, did he?
No, rude. All right, you start making your... Judy starts making her way cautiously. She's now a little nervous, making her way cautiously along the bridge towards where this thing's standing.
It's okay, Judy. As soon as you get up that leg, you can go and run away.
Okay. Judy can do this.
All right, shall I cast invisibility sphere?
About that time. Also, Bubba, if you're good with people, if you got a rousing speech to give Judy.
Judy, you're good. You're great. You're really nice. Judy, you are a brilliant being, and you can do it. You can really do it. I have faith and love and stuff in my heart. And I think one day you will be a ballerina.
Give us a diplomacy check. Let's see how good this speech is.
All right. It was pretty good, to be fair. Where's my diplomacy?
If you say so yourself.
It's a 21.
It's a 21.
Not bad.
Judy can do it. Put Judy's back into it.
Yay! Judy!
Judy picks up the pace. Right. Who is still in Judy's pockets as she gets to the... You get to the huge foot of this thing.
Caragor, and Bubba.
Bubblicious.
And Philippe.
And Philippe.
And
Jam
Philippe.
Jam.
And Jam Jam. Velda and Shania, you both climb out and get on either side of it. All right. What's being cast? What's happening?
Are we doing invisibility first? Is that...
Fly.
And flight, yes.
Are you casting invisibility on yourself?
No, I'm doing invisibility.
You're doing it for
He's doing it for everyone.
But bearing in mind, as soon as you leave
No, I think I think it's only covering Judy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
So if we're flying, we are not going to...
Okay, fine. In that case, cast fly on myself.
Yeah.
Careful of those hands.
Just before they do, like, Velda looks at Shania and just gives a little nod, like, let's do this.
She nods one back.
And then both cast fly.
Both cast fly. Both of you fly up the side. Judy takes her sticky hands and puts them on the leg and just starts to climb hand over hand up the leg. Her hands are kind of all covered in gravel and grit from where she's been walking, but they stick to it and starts hauling herself up. Caragor in the distance, about halfway up, you can see the hatch that you escaped from still hanging open.
God, thank fuck for that. Thank fuck they are lazy, evil bastards inside.
Judy gets a natural 20 on her athletics check and starts climbing. I need perception checks from Fulton and Caragor and Bubba.
Whilst at this time Caragor's got like rope and grappling stuff just ready just in case and nudges the others to do the same.
28 for Fulton.
18 for
28 Fulton. You notice at the last minute
you don't.
And Bubba, thank you.
Okay. Bubba, you notice a split second before Fulton. Nothing in it. You notice that there are vents on the side, and every now and then steam blasts out of these vents on the side of the Worldbreaker, just all over it as it's kind of venting excess heat. And you notice at the last moment, Judy's climbing over one of these vents.
Oh no!
Judy, stop!
Judy gets to make a save because I assume.
Well, yeah. Well, we could.
oh no.
Well, looks like steamed Judy tonight.
Well, I guess we'll all die here.
Well, plummeting
game wise, can I stop her before she puts her hand on it, or can me telling her watch out gives her a chance?
That's what gives her. That's what lets her make the save.
So us both shouting out, going, "Judy, no!" like that, whatever.
Judy, what is Judy? Oh!
A blast of steam goes off right underneath Judy, blasting her backwards off the side of the leg. You look back over out of the pouch at the pit below, and deep down below it, right at the bottom of the pit, you can see a roiling inky black lake of ooze with tendrils reaching up towards you. Judy rolls a reflex save, the result of which I'll tell you next week.
That's where we leave it for tonight.
What kind of awful civic planning is that?
So we're going to put this city over this awful lake. Why don't we just build it next to the...
No, the lake is good.
Hey, what do you call a patron dinosaur? Davosaurus. Yeah. If you'd like to get your name on the end of this show, then why not head on down to patreon.com/Danger Club Podcast and subscribe. And then you can have a hilarious joke named after you.